Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back once again, and for the very first time, to the Farts and Crap Show, where today, as per usual, it's your host Danjo here with part 2 of Armored Core Last Raven. In the previous episode, I went ahead and kind of went through all the basics with you guys. Kind of like how to build a decent AC right at the beginning of the game, what kind of build I would recommend for the first couple missions, that sort of thing. On this first playthrough, I am definitely going with Vertex, and kind of got all the prerequisite stuff out of the way last time, so let's go to the missions. And like I said in the last episode, there is a lot of voice acting in this game, mainly during missions and for the mission briefings, and I'm not going to do every mission in this playthrough because that is impossible. Basically, we need to pick a path. So yeah, we got 2 from Vertex, 1 from Alliance, and like I said, I'm going to go with Vertex because they are a little bit cooler. They're more respectful and straightforward. They don't lie as much. They lie. They're both very deceitful. I mean, this is corporate espionage, basically. And, but yeah, at least every time we have opportunity to do a mission, I'm going to just play the mission briefings for you guys before I choose the one that I'm going to be doing. And eventually, like, this is going to be a 100% playthrough, so we are going to get to absolutely everything. But at least for the first playthrough, I'm not going to be using a guide or anything because a lot of guides online are incomplete. And I've made my own guides before in the past, so I know what I'm doing. And I've beaten this game so many times. So let's go ahead and get to the briefings.
The target of this mission is an Alliance military installation. Still in the midst of construction, Camp Forward is poorly defended and vulnerable to attack. Now is the perfect time for us to strike. This will be a timed operation, so stay focused and work quickly. Keep in mind that you'll be compensated based on the results of your actions.
Yeah, so this is the one I would recommend doing as the first mission. However, still going to look at the other briefings, and before I decide on this one, by the way, is a straight up trap, just to let you know, which is pretty good for like setting the stage for what Alliance is all about. In all honesty, I don't think they like Ravens, the mercenaries, the pilots of these ACs, except for the very few Ravens that are already under their wing. So yeah, they're very cutthroat in their practices. But so if you're familiar with the game, go ahead and tackle this one. But this is not this is the least recommended one to do as your first mission. So if you're trying to play this game on hard mode, this is hard mode mission 1.
We need help conducting reconnaissance of the Deorgan Distribution Center. This facility was once under our control, but is now occupied by Vertex. We have every intention of recapturing it, but not without first having a look around. Although your objective isn't to retake the facility, feel free to destroy any defenses that Vertex has stationed there. Proceed with caution, Raven.
Yeah. Also, if I remember correctly, in this mission you get penalized for destroying any part of the facility, which becomes more difficult. But yeah, it's a tough mission. We're straight up not ready for that.
Raven, an unknown force has invaded the old Nire industrial area of Cirque City. Although they're few in number, we shouldn't take any chances now that the declared attack time is so close at hand. Those who encroach on our territory must be dealt with firmly. Make sure all the intruders are eliminated.
Yeah, and this one, it's not really, kind of, they aren't being entirely truthful here. And honestly, anytime you see an unknown in the mission briefing, it's kind of a red flag. But it's just a nice little rule of thumb for you guys. But for the most part, I'm going to be going through the story of this game with as few spoilers as possible, because there are quite a few plot points that are pretty interesting. And it's not a lot of narrative per se, it's a lot of like minimalist storytelling. And like I said in the first episode, I think I mentioned this in the first episode, this is actually the first game that Miyazaki is credited in at From Software. So I think he might have worked on Ninebreaker or Nexus, but I don't think he was credited in those games. But yeah, gonna go with the destruction of the military base because A, it's a pretty easy intro mission, and B, there's actually some equipment that we can get from this. So, very, very beneficial. And depending on your performance, you can actually get some optional, some very slightly different dialogue. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but it's still kind of cool. There's a lot of how the game progresses is based on how you play, what you decide to do, but mostly what missions you accept. Got a little intro scene here. This was always, I always appreciated this, because in previous games...
What's happening? Report your status. We're under attack. We need backup.
Yeah, in previous games you didn't really see like humans.
Destroy as much as you can in the time allotted.
So like getting a sense of scale was like kind of difficult. But yeah, they weren't kidding, like you do have to work quick. Some of the things we can just like run over, some of the things you actually have to shoot. Oops. But yeah, like I said in the previous episode, I'm pretty sure I went over this. You have to pay for solid shell ammunition, so each one of these rifle shots is like 20 or 30 credits, something like that. Just gonna run over all the vehicles and the tents. Some more vehicles, boxes you gotta shoot, or storage containers, whatever. But I want to make sure we get everything. Go, more vehicles. More vehicle. Looks like I might not make the time limit. There we go. It's a vehicle. Go, another vehicle. intense. The vehicles.
Raven, you have 60
And
seconds
that's
left.
where I started, okay. And for the piece of equipment, it's right in this middle part. There we go. It's this guy. As you can see right there. Uh-huh. Basically, for the rest of the time, we just want to take out helicopters.
30 seconds remaining.
I don't think... Oh, there's something else over there. Yeah, and we don't want to leave the operational area, because then that's just like forfeiting the mission, basically.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, just trying to see if we have anything. Oh. Got
Time's
him.
up. The mission is over.
Well, it's over when I land. Never mind. It's usually over when you land, but I guess not on time missions? I guess so.
That was brilliantly executed. Sir, should we give chase? Patience. It's too soon to consider them our enemy.
Yeah, so that's the different dialogue I was talking about. So when Evangel shows up with his like squad, crew, whatever, if you did like really well in the mission and like destroyed most of the stuff, that's what it'll say. It's like, oh, that was brilliantly executed. But if you did like half or, you know, whatever, then he'll be like, oh, it looks like they were already here, you know. I've just been like talking for hours. So I had to have some water there, but we got the Sylph. The Sylph is very good. It's a lightweight right-handed machine gun. There is also a left-handed version. But the benefit to these ones is that you can store them as hanger parts. So this would actually not be a bad option for our right-handed hanger part, which I don't think we have one right now. It's not like the best option, but it's pretty good. But we made a good chunk of cash there, and we got an A rank, so also very good. We'll go ahead and save, since we just got a very, very good ranking on that. And now we almost have 100k. Which is not bad. Alright. And if we go into AC setup, first thing I'm probably gonna do, since our overall loadout is pretty good, is I do want to get a better head, but the one I want costs 100k, which is this one. However, we could get a better rifle. And the Shadow is a very, very solid option. It's just overall really great performance. Just gonna drop us down to 17k, which is not enough to buy anything. But we do have the Sylph, which has 180 ammo. The range is only 250 because it's a small machine gun. But yeah, that's not bad. Especially for a hanger unit, like just a backup weapon. I do realize I didn't show the Fujin what it actually does. And also, I think there's an optional part we can buy for increasing the laser blade attack power. Yeah. Unfortunately, it costs 74,000, so not gonna be doing that for a bit. But yeah, if we go into VRAC test and go to the MT test, which is the one I usually do, because the MTs are basically just stationary targets. It's just good for testing.
Main system engaging test mode.
Yeah, so just as you can see, really good accuracy, decent performance, lots of ammo, 180. It's quite beneficial there. I do want to get a better left-handed rifle here pretty soon, but if we go ahead and drop both left and right rifles, got our machine gun and our laser blade. And like I said, this laser blade throws a wave with like a 500 range, I think, which is, let's see, that's about, what does that say? 250 is the range on the machine gun. However, the accuracy is not great. So 500 is probably the whole length of this test arena. Yeah, I can hit the wall from the other wall. I can't quite see the target, but like I said, it's a dark game. There we go, that hit. But yeah, it's good for up close, and its range is just awesome. And you can use it like in midair, and it just like can't aim it, but just goes straight ahead. But yeah, the power is like 1500, almost 2000. I think it's like 1700. Maybe it is 1500. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, our previous laser blade was like 600 and something. And yeah, it doesn't run out of ammo. So as a backup weapon for longer missions, it is fan-freaking-tastic. It's 1200. So 641 was the previous one. So it's quite literally twice as powerful. But the range on it is just so good. Alrighty, so I did equip the other rifle, right? Shadow, yeah, there we go. So yeah, it looks like it uses the same ammo as the Spectre does, because they have the same price and the same attack rating. It's just we get a lot more ammo with the Shadow, which makes sense because that's 3 times the price as a Spectre. So more expensive, it should be better, right? But yeah, now that we did all that, let's go ahead and just in case save the game one more time, because I'm gonna probably take the riskier mission here in a sec. So let's go ahead and overwrite this one right here. I mean, I don't want to overwrite like my previous save file. It's like completed basically. Just in case I need to, like, you know, load it up to check something. But yeah, we got 3 different missions here. One from Evangel directly, which is kind of weird because he's a Alliance lackey. Escort Allied MT, which is from a new one as well, an Independent Warlord. And this one, pretty tough, but also it's not from Vertex. The one from Vertex, unfortunately, is to destroy an AC named Sundial. And this is the one I'm going to do, but it is quite a difficult mission. and it could very, very easily not go my way. But as per usual, I'm gonna check the briefings of all three of them, so we get like kind of a feel for what's happening.
The MT squad we dispatched to the Hordes mining site to pilfer supplies came under attack and has suffered heavy losses. A single unit escaped harm and is trying to complete the mission, but the enemy has deployed additional forces in the area. We are in dire need of help. Please head to the mining site and escort the MT to safety. Enemy reinforcements are already on the move, and time is running out quickly.
This is the Alliance Tactical Unit Commander, Evangel. I'd like your help securing a vital transport route on the southern edge of Ruga Canyon. We have to move quickly. There's not much time left before Vertex launches their attack. The transport route will be useless to us if it is damaged. Please exercise caution when removing those defending it.
We'd like you to eliminate a Raven who is working for Alliance. The deadline for our attack is approaching. We must eliminate as many opponents as possible before then. In the end, AC Power will determine who wins and who loses. We need the support of exceptional Ravens, such as yourself, for to achieve our goal.
Oh, flattery will get you everywhere. I'm probably gonna lose, but we'll see. Alright. Alright.
Main system.
Let's try this out.
Destroy the enemy AC. You've got a lot of courage to oppose us. What a joke! Take out the remaining targets. We're done here.
Hell yeah, Sheila.
Mission objective achieved. System switch to normal mode.
Good job, Raven.
Yeah.
Let's head back.
What was the joke? I don't understand that part. Did she think she was gonna win there, or anyway? You may have noticed Sundial was using hover legs, which they're pretty useful, especially if you want to, get around quick and not spend money on boosters. But yeah, aside from that, they usually have the downside of you have to completely sit still to use certain types of weapons, and they usually don't have the best defensive stats. And the installed boosters on most hover legs require a lot of energy. Like, energy drain is a big problem with those. Later on in the game, they can be fantastic. And depending on your specific build, yeah. But we were awarded the Silky right arm part. It is a energy machine gun that it's good. It's quite good. But yeah, it just eats through your energy like so fast. So for our current build, it's not very practical, but it'll be good to have. And yeah, we didn't spend that much on ammunition or AC repair and made like 100k. That was very good. And as I mentioned, that head I wanted to buy is 100k. So, and we got some new mail. I'm gonna completely ignore these. It does not matter. Like, it's cool for like flavor text, but aside from that, like, you can still get the entire story just from like mission briefings and the actual missions and all that stuff. It's besides usually the mail is just like, I'm pissed at you, or thank you so much for doing this, and that's in a nutshell what it is. But alright, so let's go into AC setup and go ahead and buy a new head. Gonna get the Cicada 2 because this thing is incredibly good. Yep. And we still have 28k left over, so I'm actually gonna buy a better radar. Or we could buy... actually... we could buy one of the damage decreasing things. That would not be a bad idea. What's our total... where is it? Defense, total defense, total defense, total defense. Stability, cooling, force cooling, burst CCM, total firepower, lock-on aptitude. Defense shell, energy. Okay, there it is. So 1485 to 1257. So if we get the energy one, that boosts it up to 1382 on energy. That's really not bad. Makes it a little bit more even. Their shell defense. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy that. Go ahead and go to assembly and equip it. And the head. There we go, Cicada 2. So the main benefits over the default head here is the default head doesn't give you auto map or night vision. It does have a biosensor, thankfully, and every head has verse ACM, but this one is not that good, even after boosting it. And the cooling isn't very good either. This head is better in almost every way. It's a little heavier, not as much AP, a little higher energy drain. Stability, not as much. I don't remember even what stability is for. Value indicating the part's ability to control an AC's unit balance. The greater the value, the better the impact absorption will be. Oh, so it's poise. It's literally poise. Okay, cool. But yeah, we get a better computer type. It's detailed, which I don't remember. The computer type determines the amount and quality of support information received during a mission. Okay, so that's very beneficial. The special one is kind of superfluous because it tells you things that are kind of obvious. Like when you're facing another AC, it'll give you additional information about its fighting style, what kind of weapons it favors, that kind of thing. But usually after the first couple seconds of a fight, you can figure that out. It's pretty obvious. Yeah, this one has a radar function, which will work in conjunction with our current radar, which our current radar sucks, but it adds a missile sensor, a biosensor to the radar, auto map, which is very helpful, and night vision. It's better in every category and one of my favorite heads overall. So let's go ahead and tune this bad boy and increase the verse ACM because everything else doesn't really matter as much. Cooling would be another decent option here, but 419 is quite respectable. Or weight if you're really cutting it close, but it only lightens it by 20 something. So yeah, verse ACM, there are certain situations where you want to max that out as much as possible because again, it's to counteract electronic countermeasures. So like there are certain missions where you're going through like a giant reactor, and like a lot of your instruments don't work, or areas where there's heavy jamming and like you can't lock onto targets. However, for those kind of missions, if you go in with like a really high VerCCM stat, a lot of those debuffs basically can be negated. So it's very helpful. And I did equip the optional part, yeah, to increase our energy defense. Yep. Okay, cool. Alright. Probably next up I'm gonna get a better left-handed weapon, but we are currently completely broke once again, so I'm gonna go into system since I made some adjustments and we got a very successful A rank again. Your general rank overall is kind of just an amalgamation of all your completed missions, so obviously you want to keep that high. If you drop below A or B, some missions just won't be available to you because, you know, they only hire the best for certain things. And stuff like that. But a lot of things about the branching paths with the missions will be a lot more obvious in the second playthrough. And I'll go over all that when that's relevant. But for now, yeah, we're just gonna go on and do the next Vertex mission, basically. Just gonna double save. And yes, my pilot's name, Flurstall, is a direct reference to my recent Infernax playthrough because I loved doing that game for the channel. It was such a great time. And I'm pretty proud of how those episodes turned out. It was good stuff. I liked it. But yeah, let's go into mission. And we can either eliminate an enemy AC, which already no data, like red flag, no. But we do have one from Vertex, recapture storage site. And this is the one I would recommend anyway, especially if it's your first playthrough, so...
Alliance tactical unit forces have attacked the material storage site operated by our organization. This facility is a primary source of our military supply needs and is also directly linked to our headquarters. Head to the facility and clear out all enemy forces you encounter. If by chance you're able to locate their commander, make the elimination of this target your priority. You'll be well compensated for your efforts. Good luck.
Alright, cool. Yeah, so that's a missable thing in this mission. Is if you can make good time and chase down the commander, I think you get a bonus for doing that. So, however, there are some heavy-hitting enemies in this mission. So it's just a good idea to take them out as quickly as possible. So I mean, I could start by immediately dropping the left-hand weapon and just using the laser.
Clear out the targets in the terminal area first.
Oh, they're already using ECMs. Alright. That's why my radar goes on the fritz there.
The invaders are withdrawing.
Yep. I'm aware.
I'm opening a gate. Keep after the invaders.
Jeez. Yeah, we need a better radiator. Yeah, that's why my AC was on fire there for a second. And, yeah, that's a problem. Jeez. Stop.
The enemy commander may still be around. Keep searching.
Nope, nope. It's to the right. Yeah, I know. Burning. This is not good.
AC?
It's the enemy commander.
And he's being covered by somebody. Oh, that's a problem. That's not good.
All targets destroyed.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Mission objective achieved. System
That
switch
did
to
not work
normal
out super well.
Good work.
Yeah, except I'm gonna have to pay up through the nose on repairs. Which is really not gonna be good. Might not even make money from this. Oh, it's less than 10,000, really. So we got the special edition of 20,000 for getting to the commander fast enough. Still got an A rank, so really not bad. Made 93k from that. Really not bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and save. And we're right about at the end of the episode, guys. 35 minutes being our typical runtime, so we'll go ahead and do some of the shopping on the next episode. Which I think will be part 3? This is the second one, right? Second or third one? I don't know, I've lost track. Like I said, I've been talking for hours, so like, my throat is a little not happy with me. Or we could start doing arena fights, but we don't really have a loadout for like PvP style stuff right now, so I'm probably just gonna keep going with the missions. But yeah, thank you all for being here though, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, and of course, before we get going, a very special thank you going out to the Farts and Crap Show members, which at the time of recording this, it's just Novalis Draconis, but if you want to be awesome like Novalis Draconis, check out the join button down below, and there's options to support the show more directly with a monthly paid subscription, and you get various perks, including getting to pick out the Retro Classics series that we do in the morning time slot. So, once again, thank you guys, everyone, for being here. Hope you have a wonderful day, and until next time, take care.